Greetings, and welcome to A Year of Movies, a Planet Geek production. For this project, we are using the Ivan Walters reference book of 365 films to watch on the day they happened. Each day, we watch a movie associated with the date we are watching it on.
And as it is the 12th of July, we are going to be watching Bobby Jones, Stroke of Genius from 2004. Directed by Rowdy Harrington and starring James Caviezel. So like I've mentioned before, I'm not the hugest fan of the sports biopic movies, much less golf ones, which I can't really culminate in my brain how many there actually would be. But the cast seemed very interesting, and again, not something that I would have looked for outside of this project itself. So that being said, this is definitely a first viewing for myself. And like I'd already mentioned, not only does this movie star James Caviezel, but it also stars Devon Gerhardt, Claire Forlani, Jeremy Northam, Malcolm McDowell, Aidan Quinn, and John Shepard. Rising quickly from amateur to legend, Bobby Jones, played by Jim Caviezel, becomes renowned for his intense persona and wins an extraordinary number of tournaments. When it appears that Jones is having problems balancing his golfing career with the rest of his life, he consults his devoted wife Mary, played by Claire Forlani, and must make the difficult decision to stay with the game or retiring. As far as biopics go when related to sports movies, this is a half-decent movie. I do deal with a good portion of the movie centered around his golf routine, but also trying to hack around a story of his life, trying to exist within the world where he has family members that believe it's wrong for him to be doing what he is, while he has great supporters as well. It's filled out with an interesting cast of characters, which makes the movie definitely watchable, and James Caviezel does a very charming portrayal of this gentleman golfer who obviously never becomes more than an amateur at the sport, his own convictions for that reasoning, but he also is very much a gentleman to begin with. It's again not my sort of interest in watching movies with sports biopics. And of course, the reason we're doing biopics is because it's always the same thing. We have some hardship, and then we reach to an increase into a climax where everything's like, yay, he won the big game, or they came from behind, to that sort of thing. And it definitely happens in here, and yay for him, but something that I don't regularly seek out. So as part of the story, the amateur of Bobby Jones tries to win the Grand Slam of the tournament, which is 4 actual golf events in a row. And it's on July 12th, 1930, where he wins the U.S. Open. And where his pal O.P. Keller, played by Malcolm McDowell, that's a reporter who questions the truth of Jones's amateur status. Which happens at about an hour and 49 minutes into this 2-hour movie. And on that note, we're going to wrap up this particular episode and look off into the future to see what we're watching for tomorrow, which will be the 13th of July. And that is Gangs of New York from 2002. So until next time, go see a movie.